Hey guys, HW. Come into the city, doing another city video today, and I'm down at a little park that I haven't been to for well over a decade. I'll just flip the screen around to give you a look. Some of you may guess where it is, but I doubt there'd be many of you that knew about this little park. So let's swip it around. So yeah, as I said, I haven't been to this little park for well over a decade. This little park is in the centre of all the buildings at Darling Park. There's the Rabobank building, there's the IAG building, and there's the Commonwealth Bank building. This Commonwealth Bank building here, I used to work in that many moons ago, and I used to come down into this little park quite regularly. Used to have meetings down here, used to come down here for a coffee. That's the Sofitel from Darling Harbour over there, so it gives you an idea of how close Darling Park is to Darling Harbour. If you walk out through those doors over there, you can actually get into that walk bridge that takes you over to Darling Harbour, and you can grab yourself some lunch over there at Cockle Bay Wharf. I think one of my last videos, actually the battery ran out just before we got to Darling Park, so I thought it was a good chance to kick off the video here today. So yeah, sitting in the park in Darling Park and enjoying it. Today what I was thinking of doing was getting down Sussex Street where we lost the signal last time. Get down Goulburn Street, get into World Square. Haven't been to World Square for quite a while, so let's check that out. And then I'll make my way into the city and look for somewhere to grab a Nectar. Yeah, so come and get around Sydney City with HW again. As we have a look around this cheeky little garden or park or whatever you want to call it, above Darling Park. Some residential towers just there. I think I've been in that one there, or maybe that one before. I had someone that I knew that lived in there. So I might switch off here. I won't film the inside of the Darling Park office complex because it's quite dark in there. So just hold on a sec. I'll see you soon. Alright, I've left Darling Park now. I'm out on Sussex Street. And anyone that's hasn't been to the city for a while, or knows this area, I should say, down the bottom here, there used to be a Nestle shop, and that was back in the days when Nestle was in this building just here, which is now, what did I say it was? I think I said it was the IAG building. So yeah, let's get down Sussex Street now. I was quite surprised how many people were in those office towers. Back in the office, there was quite a few. Oh, there's a good view up the street of Centrepoint Tower. I'll try to keep the microphone away from my mouth as much as possible today while I'm not talking. So noticed in the previous videos how loud my breathing is. I think this microphone's just too powerful. Either that or all the delightful viruses we've had over the last couple of years have really done some damage. Oh, look at this cheeky little cafe. Breakfast combo. $6, bacon and egg and coffee. Not many people in there taking advantage of that. Just crossing over Bathurst St. I'm going to run against it. We'll run against the lights there. I thought Sussex Street would be a good street to walk down. There's no noisy buses in Sussex Street. Just walked past that Indonesian restaurant. It was called Shalom. It's interesting. Do they have that word in Indonesia or Indonesian as well? I thought it was a Jewish word, a Jewish greeting for hello. This building over here, which, my God, I've lived in Sydney all my life. I've never noticed it before. Apparently, it was a school back in the 1800s, according to that chiselled out sign on the sandstone there. Public school, 1875. It's a crazy old building anyway.
Yeah, so leave my hand for this block.
As we move along the streets today, given the time that I've come down, I'll see more and more people come out of the buildings and start to make their way to their lunch spots. There's the Chinese gardens down there over that bridge. Now, as I approach this corner, this reminds me of a story. I'm pretty sure that this building here wasn't separated into separate shops. It was all one place. I think it was one restaurant. I hope I'm right. I'm pretty sure this is it. Pretty sure this was a Chinese restaurant. All of this area here was the one Chinese restaurant. And I've got to pause here for a moment and try to get a view down the street while I tell this story. But one of my old workplaces. We were celebrating a few people leaving the team. The team consisted of, I think it was like at least 50% Asian in my work team at the time. And so, of course, they wanted to celebrate by having some dim sum or yum cha down at this place, which was all joined together and was a Chinese restaurant. And we sat down at one of those really big tables with the, with the lazy Susan in the middle, where you could, spin it around to get access to the dishes. There was about a dozen people down there. And, because we're in a Chinese restaurant, we trusted the Asians in the team to make the decision on what we were going to eat. So they picked all of the dishes and put them into the centre console, or the lazy Susan. And we all started eating. I think, I had a few entrees of like dim sims or something like that. And then I looked down and I saw this plate, and it looked like it had some nice looking ribs on it. And I said to one of the guys, I said, oh, what's that? And they said, oh, those are pork ribs. And I thought, oh, okay, I might try some of that. So I picked up the plate and slaughtered a couple of the pork ribs into my bowl, and picked up my chopsticks and started gnawing on them. And I thought, oh, these aren't that great. There's not that much meat on them. Anyway, I started on the second one, started eating through that. And then it dawned on me, the reason why there was no meat on them was because someone had already eaten them all and neatly stacked them back on the plate. So that's my story of that Chinese restaurant that used to be there. I hope you're not eating your dinner or lunch or breakfast right now. So it might, even just thinking about it now makes me want to hurl. So as we get down this side of Sussex Street and start getting really close to Chinatown, all the businesses, of course, change. They all start to become Chinese-owned businesses. Oh, look at that. That's another Indonesian restaurant. That's the second one we've passed. I can't really say that I've gone out of my way to specifically go to an Indonesian restaurant. I wonder what they're like.
You think she wants to be up first?
You are getting down to Goulburn Street now, intersection of Goulburn Street and Sussex Street. It's always a busy street, Goulburn Street, because it's the way everybody traverses the city from Ultimo and Darling Harbour down there to get through to the city in the eastern suburbs. They've got to come up Goulburn Street. So it's always a massively busy street. You know what I've just noticed? There used to be a barbecued Chinese barbecued shop along here that was really famous, and it was where all of the chefs of Sydney used to come to grab their duck in particular, and it's gone. So that's something new that I've noticed. Here we are on intersection of Goulburn and George Street now. So you've seen this all over YouTube before. So I won't pause here for too long. What I want to do is get into World Square. Quick shout out to all the Irish backpackers that might be watching. There's your favourite Scruffy Murphys over there on Goulburn Street. So let's get into World Square. I'll start at the bottom first and then I'll make my way up to the top because I haven't been in here for a long time. Had a request from one of you to film one particular shop in here, so I thought as I'm walking past I might as well tick that off for you. The World Square is a big office tower complex as well, and there's a lot of shops down here. I think there's a few grocery stores as well. So you'll see a lot of office workers getting around as we walk through here. I better walk down here first because I'm not sure where this shop is that I'm looking for. I'm looking for like, I think it's Priceline. See there's a big supermarket, Coles. I have no idea where it is, so I'm going to have to walk around for a while. I don't think it's going to be down there. Oh, that's right. They said it was across the road from the cinemas. Oh, but this is not really across the road from the cinemas. So yeah, well, we might as well film World Square while we're here. It's a fairly large tower up there. There's Ridge's World Square there, hotel. Probably some serviced apartments in there too. And then this building too. can't see any price line or any sort of chemist. So, not sure what what you guys are talking about. There's 3 wise monkeys over there. Oh, here we go. I just saw on the sign that there's a price line down here, so I must have missed it. I promised I'd quickly film it, so I've got to do it. So let's get down there. Hopefully it's not too far. Oh, here it is. I can see it here. This person's got a fetish for this Priceline pharmacy, so better film it for them.
Hey, how are you?
Won't stay in here too long. So the user that wanted to see the inside of the price line, there you go. Or subscriber, I should say. Alright, let's get down Liverpool Street. Plenty of Asian eateries in World Square like that. There's a Japanese noodle joint. And then they've got all these arcades that stretch in different directions, all different restaurants. We'll quickly skirt down this part of Pitt Street on the back of World Square because there's a few interesting things along here. All along this street here over this side of the road there used to be a bunch of bookstores, and they used to sell DVDs as well. A lot of them are gone now, of course, but Just wanted to see what was what's come in their place. Looks like a few restaurants and a few massage joints by the look of it. Yeah, so yeah, look, a few massage joints and all the bookstores and DVD stores long gone. There's a Civic Hotel on the corner there. It's been there forever. Sneak across here, I think. Oh, wait a minute. I'm just gonna point in the distance to the clock tower, signifying Central Station. So yeah, World Square, pretty close to everything. Little takeaway joints as well. Little restaurants, some of them open, some of them not. Not many people in there. It's not lunch yet, so it's understandable. So the cops have busted someone on the corner over here.
Maybe I could take Saturday off.
Just wearing a t-shirt and shorts today. Hope I don't get caught out, because I thought, you know, as we move into spring, that might be nice walking around with just a t-shirt on instead of a sloppy Joe. They weren't busting that lady. She was a lawyer. They're getting ready to go into court, just picking up a coffee, picking up a Nectar. There used to be a few cool restaurants along here. So there's still a couple here. I remember there was one in a laneway somewhere. Don't know whether this is the one. Let's have a look, eh? Yeah, there is. There it is over there. Barbecue Korean restaurant. Well, this alley's seen better days. Look at all the junk in here. Just tossed out the back. There's old woks there and everything. Could do with that, cleaning that up. Pitt Street's always been a bit of a wind tunnel down here. I'm getting hit by the wind, so hopefully it's not annoying you too much on the video. This little laneway, Central Street, can take you through to the cinema complex. Well, here's a WeWork over here. Didn't know there was one there. Oh, listen to this. I understand you got to have those reversing lights, but far out. Actually, I might head down that laneway. Oh, not with it. Not while it's still reversing, I won't. Oh, forget it. Give it a miss. Have to play a little bit of music over this bit later. So bloody noisy. Well, here's the Edia Hotel on the corner here. Turned into Bathurst Street again. Just going to take a quick squeeze down at the cinema complex, see what's going on. And then I'm afraid we're going to have to get a Nectar because I'm absolutely screaming for one. Let's go into this food hall and see if I can find the bathroom. I'll quickly film the food hall because I have mentioned it before. So this is above. If you look at my video where I take the Sydney Underground tunnels, this is the food court that sits on top of. I actually point to it and make a note of it. I say, oh, this is where there's a food court above. I think 580 George Street. So this is what it looks like. All right, give me a sec to have a bathroom break, and then we'll make our way to the Nectar joint and then film that, and then we'll probably wrap up the vid. So this is where I am in Pablo and Rusty's. Thanks, buddy. There's my delightful coffee. Let's see if I can be a little bit covert here. But this is the rest of Pablo and Rusty's. And I just flicked past a couple of interesting guests in the cafe just then. I'll mention that in the video later. Let me get into my flat white. Delicious. So I might enjoy the rest of this coffee, and I'll whack in some more filming after this. Just stepping out of Pablo and Rusty's now. If you want to know where Pablo and Rusty's is, it's 161 Castlereagh Street. And there's the ANZ Tower just there. Now what I was going to say before when I was in the cafe there, any of you that are into Australian films, when I flipped around the coffee shop with the camera, you would have seen a young fellow sitting directly across from me. And that fellow was Matt Day, who a lot of you would recognise from a famous Australian movie called Muriel's Wedding, where he played the love interest of Muriel for a while. She met him in the video store, if you might remember. So let's get going. Fortunately, I'm going to walk past this construction site, so it's going to be a bit noisy. But I want to get over to Town Hall because that's going to get down into Town Hall for my own personal reasons, but also I wanted to just quickly film something over there, maybe for a YouTube short. All this construction's for the new Sydney Metro line, by the way. I'm going to have to go here, can't wait any longer. All right, into Park Street. We'll have to try to get over the other side of the road so that we're actually showing something instead of construction barriers. I can hear the town hall clock donging. Dong, dong. Tell you what, it's a bit cold in the shade, let me tell you. And there's the beautiful Sydney Town Hall there. I might stop right here and end the video here. Thanks for joining HW as I got around the city today. Hope you enjoyed the sights. I'll end the video here. The video is over.